so wopɛ trending news padia e Kofi Agye multimedia hwe ensem be na wopɛ tie wonya no Kofi Agye multimedia de ekoso hwani ne hwani kontokwa trending news bia e Kofi Agye multimedia Kofi Agye multimedia omo ye
pese trending issues no want to we are see ekoba the meet my country say hwe Kofi Agye multimedia no we subscribe because say to mo ane da betum YouTube man na wo hwe na onu be su hwe be subscribe na share Kofi Agye on YouTube ye
uko Chinese one the price about ho a untumi kan kire Chinese for so almost a price no uko African market ni achechiri makotu a was na mako $5 so nte so onua gomi ye wate onua laughter
Andra America mampani Donald Trump was say enkofo bu America emana chede bia no America fo skanti obi asodne sa America nema eba oman bi so a na sa man no wa charge America man no tariffs ni ye nema aba memu obi de nema eba wo memu na to a wo je no eno no na ono obi so de eba America memu di a na nipa kro no ye gini bia no wosu Entendra amai waha eduotwi num
abisia from me check bibia ba Kofi Agye multimedia so eye konkonza ejo na abisia for madaruma na ye kodasole ya breaking news bia boboba yete Donald Trump akasa na Donald Trump se Donald Trump se bia Donald Trump akeka a good free baby amanane why baby ebo bukuro no almost says he say almost best sunny mama abushia enye yize elele da wo hwe Kofi Agye multimedia wa ma di hani mi adamana so fato na video bia ye de betum bia wanya bia na ene mi say abushia wadaro mani di na bu akwato Donald Trump wasi wa best sunny mama na di na wo best sam abushia jemle ye ko he video no na ye ko tie mo nchire mo ye ba traso
the higher the tariff, the more likely it is to have them come into the
higher the tariff, the more you're going to put on the value of that piece, those goods, the higher people are going to have to pay in shops.
Ready? The higher the tariff, the more likely it is that the company will come into the United States and build a factory in the United States so it doesn't have to pay the tariff.
That will take many, as you know, that will take many years.
It's also they like the idea. America for a pesa idea ni power. So Donald Trump say, any of the tariffs no better to your companies are or more cranium from Mukrumu by US Hasi. Said about Babet na Yokromasi for production and yes idea or production almost set up industries if our workers near the idea that the same product or Mayan or Mukrum on Umbe Hasi with workers in US there and you no tariff. Sadie. You better not Hasi, let us be a Koswa Hasi. And I do an interview and say, there be na we sound so na company no went man by USA. That means consumers, America for na ABI or Ghana ni no to US or to meat fufu or toshito. The product will go high. And to know where's when you sure say or more to US and residents no more US no how when Donald Trump say, well ready. Me say company no on the product no bo because of tariffs. Now the chromo for no more US no or matter at a cheaper price or a lower price there. And yes, our company no US has it. No maybe the Juma will kroma on for workers, the industry, the BBR, the plant, or missing the US has it. Sadly, no tariffs on it. Is answer chromo no din Juma. I or metana no yen need fufu or metana no yen shito. Sadly, no tariffs. And residents will pay a lower price. No tariffs on it. Donald Trump no know. We should need business seminal. I want the second tell me, you should papa.
Yes. In fact, I'll tell you, you know, there's another theory is that the tariff, you make it so high, so horrible, so obnoxious that they'll come right away. When I do the 10% is really, first of all, 10% when you collect it is hundreds of billions of dollars. The numbers that you're talking, all reducing our deficit. But really, so there's two ways of looking at a tariff. You can do it as a money-making instrument, or you can do it as something to get the companies Now, if you want the companies to come in, the tariff has to be a lot higher than 10% because 10% is not enough. Guys, they're not going to do it for 10. But you make a 50% tariff, they're going to come in.
The Trump, or so no tariff now, they to swing and say, more companies about US honum by your more production. But then, would this company be able to afford getting workers from USA, paying for an hourly prices where US are? Easy. So for be easy. Would these companies, let's say a company free Ghana has say, because they export to US and tariff and same thing, would they be able to afford the production in US just to avoid tariffs? Well, it depends. Maybe a company he exports or they export maybe $1 million every year. Now, if I say be a US want to know any production now, it wouldn't cost $1 million there. Maybe they will try and move there. But I mean, companies and a bit many says kind to go and start business in US, pay for workers, rent, industry, wine plant near the day for production, or because they want to avoid tariffs. And on what US no. Obia no bit matter US made products and kwa. Of course, no. So people in US, I am mixed feelings. Even though some companies and yaji, more products no, people will start buying them. They have no option because also alternative ones now, the boarding. But would that stop people from buying other products are being made in other countries? Obviously, no. So indirectly, consumers are still going to pay more. And in fact, consumers are the one going to pay for the higher tariffs Donald Trump at the Abano. Unless Ebiana Sani Bakon, why not just say on to any product that is being made outside US. And the Nika M Kosro. But see Nipano, see be a fufubi no kokoto, need fufubi no koto. Say the Mekayano or Eba from Nigeria, or a Chinese made phone, Chinese made car. They should be expecting higher prices. Because when these companies go bring products from their homes to US, the company will pay higher tariffs. And of course, companies, the more charges better, so they don't want to run at a loss. So, situation in scenario now. If you know companies are already products from Ukrumu, they are paying higher tariffs, but these companies indirectly will impose those charges on Muchiano on the product Abakrumono. So consumers are still going to pay more. In fact, consumers who patronize non-made in US products are the ones going to pay for the higher tariffs.
If you want your tariff rate to be zero, then you build your product right here in America, because there is no tariff if you build your plant, your product in America. Terminate your own tariffs, drop your barriers, don't manipulate your currencies. They manipulate their currencies like nobody can even believe, which is a bad, bad thing. And very
so per se, and it will put that in the US one. So on person will turn about our consumers in US because tariffs are higher. And your Brakrum honum never establish it, your business or your company, your industry in US, your production no US. Hey, cool Donald Trump. Obayeno or say MAGA is making America great again, and with this agenda,
country. That's the way it is, whether you like it or not. A lot of people like to say, "Oh, it's a tax on us." No. It's a tax on a foreign country. It's a tax on a country that's ripping us off and stealing our jobs.
It's Donald Trump. No. Today, say be a woman be saying tariffs. You see Donald Trump, the 10% tariffs be out to Ghana, so 60% on we country we near there. You sure say what you say. Donald Trump was a reciprocal tax, and I said tariffs. In Tikrobia na omode tariffs up to US products so about mokromo no. What na say? And they need one so no we tit for tat reciprocal tariffs, and I said tax or the be a to yes I could not so product. So now I think Ghana Hano, we have no option than to encourage made in Ghana production or made in Ghana goods. But what about Ghanaians or Nigerians or any other national or US? Because the Babayane say, Sisiano, it looks like so US are mean talk Chrome products US because the high tariffs are so they are making American products great over other countries' products in US. It's Bayasem Ufi at that country, Ghana, Nigeria, whatever. Now per se ukrum ediane krano. Ukotobi or maybe African market or any other shopper. Nobody. Or because it be a free bano and US honor. No. But this professor or economics professor power Ghana has what he seemed to very interesting about this US tariff system, no?
Over time, if you look at tariffs that US products, attract outside the US markets, historically, it has been very high. In fact, as high as 80% for some countries. But if you look at it relative to goods coming to the US and the level of tariffs that are applied, US has undermined its own competitiveness with time. And you can see why Trump, and it's not just Trump, there are strong economists backing this intervention. If you look at the discussion in the US, in fact in the development space, in the last 5 years, US is of the view largely that through immigration and many other policies, US competitive.
Chinese one the price about one. Ultimate country Chinese for instance, almost a price. No, African market ni ati chiri meko to ha. Was na meko we $5 so nte so. Unya gomi ye wate. Unya laughter. Unya fear. Onti meko no so meko no odia. Meko no odia. E na bayire wonte so. E na fufu Chinese for no crowd $2. Or so the na die $10. Oh how any say. If you are supporting your friend now, go ahead and support him or her. Obi or your African market and a down for nim so your African market. Or what restaurant and a down for nim and now any business biana what bia what down for nim pass we yes a business way who turn to ma who turn duku open my dear wa ma me yes a ni bi and support to and two party crown friend that. Thanksgiving year ben from man for rough. Call those who help you. One more bua fra one more. Oh yeah, ma other one ma party one ma we ya barbecue crowd once what. Or no so the when you kuna home. One more bed dress yabano near the uncertainty gave us one yet. We Jimmy noon crass is 17. Only manning in our quantity because what didn't year Juma. Those who are pulling things in your head, they are not supporting you. But those who are supporting you, they are destroying them to you. For you to hate them. But they're not supporting you. Me, I respect that. Me respect to say, what you mean, a crazy is your hobby. Move on, class of one man. Oh, maybe a sauce in a restaurant in a African market, Move for myself, class of one man, and I'm in country home. Will be my Kobe wants some to a new panel, a supporter, or the support to business, and call higher, cut it off.
I video and I could even mono. I was watching to say for a black comment section. So say yes, said and time yes, and yet power comments blana yet only a mobile. Nadia ever come on yen to make a hey, could fear them to me that so consent to show any habits, my grammar. That's it. Yes, Mama.